We just gonna go ahead, man, and get it started.
Yes,
man.
sir.
Episode 176.
Illusions. Sometimes it's more than meets the eye. Sometimes it's more than meets the eye.
What is going on?
It's there. It's there.
Welcome to the Porch Podcast. Welcome to the Porch Podcast. It's your boy DJ E, Mr. Influential, and I'm rocking with my brother, man.
Yeah, pre-original, baby. Welcome back, y'all.
Welcome back. This is episode 176, and we call this one Illusions. Like you think it was an illusion when P's name was still there, but it really wasn't. We're back.
Absolutely, man.
Yes,
absolutely.
Sir. Tuesday. It's the Tuesday edition. P.
Right. And to give advance notice, it'll be the same thing next week.
Yes. Yeah.
You know
Tuesday next week, too.
Yeah, I'll be able to celebrate the wife's birthday.
Cherish the day.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So we'll be doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's been a week.
It's been a week.
Lots going on in the week. We'll get to it in the show like we always do.
Right.
First and foremost, though, how's your week been?
Week's been great.
You know what I mean?
Week's been great.
I know you had a good, good little time.
Definitely had a good weekend.
Right. Me too.
You know what I mean? Yeah, like I said, I ain't gonna tell everybody where I went because I don't want everybody on my spot. But
Yeah,
I was
I understand.
somewhere in America.
Yeah.
Mountain View, you know what I mean? Little sip. You see if you see it in my story, have my New Balance showing. Listen, I'm gonna say this clear. You know, New Balance, I'm here for endorsements, man.
Yeah.
A lot of people ask.
Go and get your DJ. Go and get you one.
What kind of sneakers?
Go and get you one.
What kind of sneakers was those? And I told them.
Yeah.
They gonna sell now because I said it. Let's go ahead and clap it up.
I agree. You don't got to talk about, you don't have to disclose the location.
Nah.
But what did you enjoy the most about it? Like, what was the thing? Like, you know what I mean?
It was different from the type of trips that I usually do. You know.
Hit you with my paisan hands.
Yeah, you did put them up like this.
Yeah.
But what was different was I don't never really go somewhere. Like, when you look at that, that's pure relaxation. Like, you know what I mean? Everybody who commented, on my story was like,
nice, serene.
It was like, that looked peaceful. Like that's what peace looked like.
That's it.
I said, yeah, I was chilling, man. And they was all like the tiny houses. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like you ever watch the show Tiny House?
I did.
Yeah,
I have watched it.
It was like that. So it was like 4 on the lot.
Okay.
And it was us with 2 other couples. So we had 3 of the lot, 3 or 4. Mm-hmm. And it was somebody else there, but they was cool. But every house has their own.
Oh, everybody had their little baby house?
Everybody had their own baby house.
Oh, that's nice,
so it wasn't
man.
like we wasn't like, so when you see me sitting and I had my feet up,
right?
Everybody had that exact same thing outside their house.
Okay.
They were all identical. Then when you look in front of me, you seen 2 chairs and it was a fire pit.
I did see that.
That was my fire pit. I just never went over there to it. But everybody
got their own fire pit too.
Everybody has their own fire pit. Yeah. Everybody has their own.
Tell where the money at, baby.
Everybody has their own. Everybody had their own grill.
4 baby houses, they took up 3 of them. Everybody got their own fire pit, own grill. I'm not mad at you for not disclosing that.
Own picnic table. Yeah.
That's all right.
Own picnic table.
Right.
Own little umbrella.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
It's cool, man. And when I tell you at night it get dark.
Yeah.
Like it's you and bitch, I bet money bitch will walk outside and be like, Candyman.
Yeah.
Candyman. Like a bitch wouldn't do that.
No.
You ain't gotta even cut the light off. You turn around and be like Candyman, if you turn around and say some shit to you, like, why would you do some stupid shit like that out here?
Yeah.
I got you. Like, you know what I mean?
You asked for this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So be quiet and go ahead and take whatever work come with it. Right. Nah, I get it.
Nah, but it was very relaxing and nice, man. I was like, it wasn't an ideal trip that I would say I'm about to go plan this.
Okay.
So when it came about and we did it, I loved it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
We took a little we did a hike through a park where like it's like
what's up, bro?
It's like you're inside the mountain. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So it's like we inside the mountain, so the waterfall coming and doing it. Yeah, bro.
Yeah. Sound dope.
Yeah, it was dope, though.
Nice little drive, little road trip type of jump.
Yeah.
little while. Then don't do that.
Yeah, because
you
giving them.
Yeah, you kind of giving them. Yeah. They just got to get in the radius then.
Took the spaceship.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah, that's what I did. I took the spaceship.
I understand.
I woke up there. I ain't even.
Oh.
Yeah, nah, not that one. There it is. Yep. So before we get into that.
Yeah.
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 Oh! Look at that. So.
Calm down today. Calm down, man. Yeah. This whistle, man, might be a new thing y'all see on E, man.
Damn, we pulling whistles out. So with that being said, P, how was your week?
Yeah. Well, speaking of my weekend and the whistle being out, as you can see here on this shirt, I was actually able to be a part of a wonderful situation, giving back to the community, man.
Right.
Friend of mine, Mike Daniels, man, held a clinic. An offensive and defensive line clinic. Okay. Giving back to the community. Shout out to him and the entire Daniels family. It was an awesome thing to not only witness, but literally be a part of out there on the field and, helping out with some of the pictures and things like that. It was just great to be able to see kids from all different ages, man, be able to be out there and get some really, really good, technique and really good instruction and just being in the essence of, other people, who have been in the game for quite some time. So that was an actual, and it kind of came like surprisingly.
Right.
You know what I mean? I knew about it the entire time, but to be able to be a part of it, to give back to the community as well was a dope situation.
That's what.
So that was Saturday, man.
First, let's clap it up for that.
Absolutely. Once again, shout out to the Daniels family and all the other coaches that had a hand in participating in that, and for all the young athletes, man. All the young professionals. Like I was telling my wife, one of the things that I wanted them to know is if you ever want to know the difference between the good players and the great players, they attended things like that.
Right.
They made sure that they went to things like that where they can be in the presence of people who did it at a high level.
Yeah.
We always talk about, especially on this show real heavy, that, if you want to be in, the elitist company, you got to put yourself in the areas where they are.
Well, that's where that's where the title of the show Illusion comes in.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I mean, even when people just see me with my feet up, peaceful and relaxing, I had what they call wine flights. So I bought 4.
No question. No question. I know what you're talking about.
4 different wines.
Yeah.
Then I had a whiskey flight.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Cigar. I was listen, bro. Peace.
Sounds good. We might have to double back.
You know what I mean? Only thing.
Okay.
That was normal to me. No.
Don't get wild.
Nah. You know what was there that's everywhere.
Yeah.
Walmart.
Yeah.
Right at the bottom of the mountain, bitch, there was Walmart. See, that's what I did. Yeah.
Well, that's for peace of mind.
Yeah.
Just in case you left something. Oh, my toothbrush.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's why I had
the only
to
thing
go.
you can't get down there that you probably left home, you just had to wait.
What?
You know what I mean?
Nah. Nope. Because that was over in the mountains if I really wanted. You know what I mean? Tony Montana. Yeah. Tony Montana.
Yeah, I can dig it. So that was Saturday, man. You know what I mean? Shout out once again to the Daniels family and everyone who had a hand in that, giving back to the community. It's stuff like that, man, that turns out champions, and it was a wonderful experience, and I was glad to be able to be a part of it.
Mm-hmm.
So we had that going on Saturday. Sunday, man, moving around a little bit. Once again, just continuing with the theme of being in the essence of watching people do things that they love to do, that they're passionate about doing. Spend some time with some people. I can't kind of elaborate too much on it right now because it's in early developmental stages of it. But I was able to be in the company of people who are being very productive in the thing they have a passion for.
Right.
Once again, episode number 176, Illusion.
Illusion.
Life.
Put it right back on the screen. Clap it up one more time.
Absolutely. Life.
Talk to him, life.
Can give you a whole lot of illusions. Right?
Yeah, but before you go further, you want the quote of the day?
We're going to definitely jump into that, but I just want to make this point with this
give
situation.
the P quote of the day. Back to P.
So it's just one of those things where don't allow the illusions of life to take you in the directions that you may miss the thing that is right there in front of you.
Right.
An illusion sometimes can be a great thing as far as creating something that you haven't peaked or reached yet.
Right.
But it also can be a situation that can deter you from going further.
Right.
So, E, what we got as far as the situation with the quote of the day, my brother?
Quote of the day.
Mm-hmm.
I am determined to live without illusions.
Okay.
I want to look at reality straight without hiding. Once again, I am determined to live without illusions. I want to look at reality straight without hiding.
Wow.
And that's by a guy named Hanif Kurishi. I don't know how you say it. Kurishi. Let's clap it up for him.
Absolutely.
Now that's deep.
It's very deep, man. So once again, you know what I mean? The concept of an illusion, you know, is all right. Let's do this. Wrestling coming up when we was kids.
Oh yeah. Who was your favorite? I think everybody had the same favorite.
So I liked Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan.
You know, certain people. I guess it all depends on when you started
watching. He was the most popular
wrestling.
one at the time.
Right. You know what I mean? Just like most things in life, they even created that situation with villains and good guys.
Speaking of which, with that. But speaking of which, that we talking about Russell John Cena. This is his last tour. He's retiring. Guys.
Yeah, I heard.
Yeah, John
I
Cena.
I heard.
So clap it up for him.
Absolutely.
For giving us
absolutely
a great wrestling career.
Absolutely.
You know? And if you notice, back in the day, even then, right?
Yeah.
Because what we saying, we know it's an illusion, right?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. The best wrestlers became actors.
Right.
But Hulk Hogan really wasn't never that guy that made the transition because he was a wrestler damn near in every movie that he was in.
Right.
But when you got The Rock, Dwayne Johnson plays in everything.
Right.
John Cena.
Oh, everything.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
John Cena.
That's true.
You know what I mean? Like, they became actors.
Like you said, certain ones, they can't be nothing but them even in movies.
Right.
Stone Cold.
Yeah.
You know, like he going to be a substitute teacher or something like that.
You know what I mean?
You know what I mean? A pastor.
Right.
Could you imagine that? What church is that? If you ain't do right, the tides ain't right, he come out in the crowd body slamming?
I mean,
that was too much.
I mean,
I'm sorry.
I mean,
that was on me. That was crazy.
I mean, Ballers.
Right.
The Rock was the star. It was it 5-6 seasons of that? 5 seasons? Something
At least. And it
was a good show.
Come on.
It was a good show.
Because it was a good show.
I just watched it again about earlier this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was great. I had no complaints, man.
Yeah,
like I said.
So they became, but understand what we're talking about is illusion.
Right.
They showed us the illusion. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Right? Like, it's so funny, too. Like, fun fact that people don't pay attention on Ballers, on the credits, when it comes on. But the Drake Lil Wayne right above it. And it shows, it says D. Johnson, and it's showing running with the Miami Hurricane. That's really when he played for the Hurricanes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, a lot of people probably didn't know
that. They don't catch it. They make it look like, because, in the show, they showed it like he played in Miami. He did. It's almost kind of like his life, but he became an agent. Now, in real life, it's a real Spencer Strasburg.
Yeah.
It is.
You could tell.
You could tell. He's one of the writers of the show.
Yeah.
And that's crazy, bro. That's what I mean with the illusion of things.
Absolutely.
Compounding, with stuff we talk about.
No question.
What people become, and they take it and they make creative stories out of it.
Word.
And get millions in budgets.
No, absolutely.
You see what I'm saying? So, we're not going to talk about, I'm going to let you bring up the real illusion of the weekend.
Nah, I mean, so it's a lot going on, man.
Mm-hmm. Let's get to it, man. We're not even going to play with it, man.
So,
pause.
Saturday.
I don't play with shit. You know what I mean?
Keep it in my hand. Pause. Keep it in my hand? That's crazy. Why would I say that? Nah, had the effect on me. Could
have been some bombs.
Yeah. Could have been. Yeah. So we know what happened. Yeah. There was an attempt on something.
Right.
To be specific.
Or was it? Okay.
Or was it? That's a good one. Was that an illusion? Well, here on the Porch Podcast, we tend to tell the truth.
Right.
At least me.
Right. I do too.
Okay.
I joke a lot.
I apologize.
I tell the truth though.
I apologize. He's with it today.
Okay.
All I know is I'm out. I hear Trump got shot.
Yeah, I was on the phone with you, matter of fact. That's what's crazy.
Right. Trump got shot. I'm saying, oh, Lord. Honestly, because let me tell you something.
Lord, Jesse made another one.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Kind of like that. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I was just like, yo, like everybody else. Maybe not quite the same as everyone else. Because there was a lot of people that felt a little different. Where I was like, yo, is he all right? Well, you had some people that was like asking the question like,
is he dead?
Yo, is he all right? And that's different. That's not the same.
Nah,
is he all right?
You genuinely cared about his well.
So I just,
doesn't mean you want to vote for him.
It's just one has nothing to do with the other.
He's a human.
Not to be confused.
Yeah.
Here's the part that got me. Two parts major. I know.
Yeah.
2 parts major. that got me. First and foremost, pop, pop, pop. It seemed like initially he was a little slow to the dip. Popcorn, the firecrackers, that's real. Then he was down, right? Down for a second. You don't know whether or not he got hit or not. He comes up. He basically looked like he almost fighting through the Secret Service to get the fist pump.
Yeah.
Anybody
who just gets shot ain't doing that.
First up, most up, because getting shot don't feel like nothing but getting shot, I would imagine.
Yeah.
That was the part that threw me at first. Then I heard about his shoes, man.
What about the shoes? I didn't hear about the shoes.
He said he was yelling, "Give me my shoes. Give me my shoes." Apparently, Secret Service socked him so hard he knocked him out of his shoes, from what I heard. So when he got up with the fist pump, he barefoot. I don't know if he wore socks or not, man.
Right.
Maybe. You know what I mean? He might have Crocs on.
They say he really did come out to many men at a speech recently, too.
Nah, don't do that, man.
I don't know how real it is, Pete. I'm dead serious. I seen a video.
He came out to many men.
And the way they did it, it wasn't the way you hear it in the background.
Yeah.
It hears it like it's in the video, in the background. Not like somebody put it with it and turned it down. You know what I mean? Google it.
I believe you.
Yeah, look it up. Nah, see how we going to see how true it is.
I'm going to check it out. Yeah. What I'm going to ask you is this.
I don't know if it's real because, with AI and computer, I'm just saying.
Oh, man, so many things are possible. The illusion.
Right, the illusion.
The illusion is very easy for people to accomplish at this point.
Yeah, but what you want to ask?
I'm going to ask you this, because we really didn't get into the conversation about it. We talked about a lot of other things, but in your opinion, was it staged?
Yes.
Could you care to elaborate, please?
I don't think anybody who just got shot by the nip of the ear get up and be like, "I'm still here."
Yeah.
Unless he knew that was going to happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
That's what I'm saying.
So then,
right.
People ask, "Well, where'd the blood come from?"
That's what I'm saying. That's why I think he was down there so long. I think they was
give me the blood. What's her name? Is it Tiffany? Not Tiffany Haddish.
Okay.
The one that played on Insecure. Got her own little show syndicated on radio and everything.
Okay, what'd she say? What did the sister say?
She said in Hollywood they got these little
things that you bite.
Yeah.
You bite, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's it.
I think he didn't even know it was. I think that he was aware. I think that, matter of fact, when it was happening, he was like, "Oh, now?" And that's why he ain't moved the first couple.
Then the other lady spoke on how in depth the Secret Service has to go in. Okay, this is the stage. This is where he's going to stand. This is what he's going to do. The perimeter of how they're protected. Nobody gets through that. You understand what I'm saying, bro?
Yes. Yes.
See, what I'm looking at, if I pay attention to people, and we keep it real, we say what we say on the show, right?
Please.
No, for real. I wouldn't look at, damn, why they ain't get him. Or damn, it was a temple in his life. He's a veteran, because that's what they want to see. He's still standing and going. He didn't decide to back out.
Okay, that's where I'm at.
That's what they want to see, right?
Okay.
No, but the real question is, the dude that they said was the shooter, did you see him?
Yeah.
Yeah, he looked like Louis Skolnick from the Revenge of the Nerds.
Right.
Right?
Right.
He got through? So you telling me it's a leak, it's a hole in the Secret Service like that? Nah. That's why I feel like it was all a sham.
Well, I think what we got to do is first off, I don't know what the polls were looking like in terms of popularity.
Yeah.
Before that took place. Not necessarily the polls. I don't think about voting like that, but I'm just saying, I don't know where he was at. I think that this was a move, and once again, if it is accurate, and that was, my first initial thoughts was, I hope that he's okay.
Oh, yeah.
And the great thing is that he's okay. Great.
Nothing wrong with that.
But when you look at what you're looking at, and you see the things that you're seeing, the guy that they had up there that looked more like the shooter looks more like a scientist type of guy. And what I mean by that is, it seemed like it would be a whole different type of attempt.
Wow.
Anything but him actually trying to press and move and do it himself, a certain type. I could just see some kind of mechanical kind of instrument or something like that being more used, just based off of, and maybe this is me being a little bit, stereotypical in the sense of looking at what he, looked like when I saw the picture.
I don't feel like that.
But in the same token, the reason why it became questionable, and this is why it's a little bit different in terms of an illusion, because you did have, what I understand, there was somebody who did pass.
Right.
And there was another person that was hurt.
Right.
And so while we're in the middle of the situation, the point that I want to make about illusions is no matter what you're trying to project or create, there's always going to be a real element there.
Yeah.
There's always going to be a real element. And the real element in this situation could be a bunch of things. It's, I need some help in the popularity area, so I'm going to create this situation. Unfortunately, I got to sell it.
Right.
And in selling it, there was an expense, right?
Right.
There was a cost that came with that.
Yeah.
So this is why it's a little bit like touch and go with the situation. Like, we may make light of certain situations because of his personality. Everybody once again, immediately, you had people that were at first was like, yo, what's going on? And then when he got up and did like this, it just went away. It was just
everybody said they believe it's something an illusion that was created as well. Because earlier that week, what was it called? The 2025 project or whatever it is about Trump?
Yeah.
They wanted you to forget about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
They wanted you to forget about it.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
No, that's them telling us to shut the fuck up. That's what that is. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I got it. Yeah.
I heard you.
Yeah, I heard you.
Bang.
I heard you. Yeah. So my thing is in terms of the whole illusion thing, man, once again, pay attention, and we talked about this last week, pay attention to your local government and stuff like that we talk about, right? Because the sleight of hand situation is very easy to sell, based on what you put in front of a person, right?
Right.
And so because of the fact that we look at this and whether or not it was real, there was some, unfortunately there was some real casualty that came from that situation. And even in the midst of him doing what he did and being who he is and all those type of things,
right,
you still have a human side to you that's like, you know what? Even if that is the case, I don't wish nothing that.
That's being in tune with your soul.
Yeah, you know what I mean. And we're gonna let the voting do what it does. Yeah. Like you said, we didn't want to spend a lot of time on it, but there was no way that we can acknowledge.
There was no way.
But I want to definitely acknowledge this, man. I don't know if you've seen it, depending on when you're watching it. Want to say, on behalf of the Porch podcast, Jelly Bean, Kobe's father.
Yeah, rest in peace, Mr.
Rest in
Jelly
peace,
Bean,
to Jelly Bean.
He was young, man. He was only 69. That's young.
69.
Yeah.
I read a little further down in the article. They were saying that he had a massive stroke. Somebody was saying not too long ago. And that could have been a part of what, was what led to his passing. But I just wanted to acknowledge that, on the show. Like I said, great man, great father of a great man.
Yeah.
So I wanted to make sure that we acknowledge that. You know how we do. So
yes, sir.
You know what I mean? Yeah, toast to that right there to the brother, man.
Yeah, I was about to sip. You caught me.
Yeah.
Oh, you ever be about to sip and somebody do toast and you spill the shit on your shirt?
If I did it, I wouldn't admit to that on the podcast.
I didn't either. I almost just did.
Nah, that was too real.
Nah, I almost just did. Listen, bro, quote of the day said, I'm determined to live without illusions. I want to look reality straight without hiding. Bitch, I didn't do it. I just almost did it.
You don't sound defensive.
Nah, I'm not defensive.
Okay.
You just said it was too real.
Maybe in radio, if you're watching this, you can see him. If you're listening to it, you probably can feel the attitude that's coming out of him the same way that if you watch it. It is what it is.
Right.
You know what I mean? Speaking of it is what it is.
We're going to do this first before we get to that. Before we get to what we talking about, it is what it is, because that is something we got to touch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Pause.
Yeah.
Blow the whistle. All right. If you in need for any type of event and you need some planning because you just don't know what to do with yourself, you confused, but you have this vision in your mind, maybe an illusion.
That's it.
Of you struggling, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you say, you know what? All I got to do is call who the Porch Podcast talk about.
Absolutely.
Let me show y'all right now.
Yes, sir. Listen, whether it's your first or your 50th birthday, that 25 years of service, if not more, retirement party, or the day that you and the love of your life share vows to become one. Let Front and Center Events take care of all of your event planning needs. Sit back, put your feet up, and enjoy the show, where they truly keep you at the front and center of it all. That's www.fncevents.com. Head on over there today and get that party booked. Back to the show. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Once again, for all of your event planning needs.
Front and Center Events.
Yes, sir. So it is what it is, man. Shout out to the brothers over there, Cam and Mace, man. You know.
Yeah.
Doing they 1-2.
Yeah, real inspiration.
Real inspiration. Good brothers, great pod. You know what I mean? Recently just caught a part of their conversation dealing with a situation with Jay Prince and
because of Shakur
Stevens. Now, I'm not going to do a deep dive into the whole concept of that because their opinions and their perspectives of it is what it is on that.
Right.
But I will say that I do agree that we should reach a place in an age and a time in our life where we start to look at us, more seasoned in a different perspective, right?
Right.
I know for years, we build ourselves up to be, figures who are, respected across, whatever the genre is or whatever the situation is. We do all of these different things so that we can make sure that we have, a name,
right?
That a reputable name. And what happens sometimes is in the process of those things, we become who we are. And I think that at some point or another, when we grow up and we get a little bit more seasoned, that we don't necessarily always make the transitions.
Right.
See, like the things that you do at 30, I don't think you should be doing at 40.
You don't.
And I don't think you should be doing the same things at 50 that you was doing at 40. So,
and the crazy thing, not to cut your wisdom, but somebody told me this a long time ago.
Okay.
And this is why they always tell you when you're young and then you think you found love in relationships. And I'm not going to say that they don't work because you're living proof.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? You're living proof.
My man, appreciate
you. Know what I mean? No, because it's exceptions to all rules. But this is how it came up to me.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't they weren't saying it to me, but somebody had said this to somebody that I know. It wasn't
directed to you. Got you.
Mm-hmm. But it was like at 18 you think you start figuring things out, but at 21 you don't like the same things you liked when you was 18.
That's right.
At 25 you don't like the same things you liked
when
you was 21. At 30 you don't like the same things you was at 25.
That's right.
But then we say from 30 to 40 it's a difference. But it seems like once you hit between 37 to 40 and you go in that direction, shit don't change too much no more. You kind of in your way.
Yeah.
So to piggyback off what they were speaking on about Jay Prince, in so many words, almost like you trying to sun me and you're 60.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like, bro, I don't give a damn who you is. I'm a grown man.
Right.
I ain't 17, 22. You think you about to sun me and I'm not trying to hear that shit because you think because I'm older than you that I'm just going to instantly respect what you say.
Yeah.
No. We can learn from each other, but I'm at this age, bro, I'm me.
Oh, yeah.
And that's pretty much what Cam and Mace was saying.
I agree with him 1,000%.
Right.
I think the illusion is that sometimes people, once again, people sometimes sell illusions.
Right.
Purposely. Yeah. Right? Like, for instance, the craziest part about him in terms of Jay Prince is he's probably a great manager.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, when you hear his name most of the time, it's coming in the defense
Yeah.
of whoever he represents.
Yeah.
So even if his business savvy was strong, it's never the thing people are talking about.
Right.
He always looks like the guy, like the same things with Suge and all. Like, they always look like the guy that was the big bad wolf. You heard their name when it was time to defend those who, was part of their labels or whatever they had going on. So the reason why I think it's an issue is they'll never get respected for the thing that actually they probably was super solid and great in anyway.
Yeah, because they always, but it's them making their own decisions to do that.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So
because like
that's 60 though.
Yeah, like Mace was saying.
Yeah.
If I had some people that raised me, brung me up, they would say, man, don't pay that shit no mind. Like, you know what I mean? Like, keep doing what you doing. They would check me.
Yes.
That's why he was like, get your loan. Get him.
But I think what has happened, right, is that once you build a reputation of being a defending person or a defender of your clients to that degree, right?
Right.
Like when we seen it on when Big Red was moving how he was moving on, you know.
My office hours are from.
Come on.
Yeah, 9 to 5.
Right. So when you saw certain elements of that situation, the illusion is all of the successful, you know, people in that realm had to be big bad wolves.
Right.
Or at least insulate themselves and keep the big bad wolves around.
If you always paid attention.
Right.
In each of those movies, in each of these positions, it's always someone there. Because all they want, see, that's what people think is, people think that they move by fear, like trying to put fear in people's heart, right? But this is going to die down tremendously because at the end of the day, it's about respect. Yeah. And like the guy said, his name on Instagram is Jay Prince, respect. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
And Cam made the statement, I don't have any more respect for you.
Right.
Right? I'm not disrespecting you. I'm just saying as a man, bro, like that was corny. That's basically what they're saying. That's corny. And they're going to use his age because they'll be like, at this point in your life, you shouldn't still be trying to do shit like this. That's basically what they're saying, right? Right. So in each of these movies, like I said, in each crew, they always had these people that they respect. It's sad to say on the 5 Heartbeats, when they killed their original manager, remember? Okay. The dude that was married to Eleanor reminded me of a young Mr. Jim. You know what I mean? That's good. You know what I'm talking about on 5?
Don't you start. Go ahead.
Nah, he did, though.
You're making a good point.
Right. No, he reminded me of young Mr. Jim, right? But when Big Red killed him, he killed him because at the end of the day, he felt disrespected because he stood up to Red, right?
Keep the play going.
All right? Now, this is a movie. It makes it better for that shit to happen in a movie because it's a story.
Theatrical.
But
and it's an illusion.
If you ever pay attention, they made Suge like he was the big bad wolf, right?
They did.
Okay. So why was Dre it was so easy for Dre to walk away?
Once again,
because Dre didn't fear him.
Right. And
they had a respect for each other.
And on top of that, you gotta remember too, Dre is a giant.
Yeah.
And so when you can't do that. You can't do that because it would
right.
You know what I mean? It would challenge his present status and how he looks.
Right.
So that question it works different because we remember all of it.
That's what I'm saying.
But if you caught in that,
caught it. Yeah, you would know.
If you came in the middle of the movie, you don't know what's going on.
But even us, we were alive at the time.
This is what I'm saying.
Yeah, so we understand.
So we know. You know what I mean?
But it's a difference how people use their influence.
Yeah.
So it's like I have a respect for Dre. Dre have a respect for me. I'm gonna let him go on with his beat machine because he ain't want no money. So he keep all the money because I know who I am. I'm getting the money back.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
But he still had to do something to get us because he turned around. They got the same baby mom. You see what I'm saying? Because that's how some people play.
LA.
Yeah, how they play it. And there's no disrespect to none of these people because I don't personally know them.
No.
But my point is how people label people. It's always a person or somebody or people that's going to say, man, you ain't doing that shit to me.
Yeah.
But I respect you, but not no more because you try to play me.
And it works both ways, right?
Right.
Because I go as far to say, even from the perspective, when you think about it with Jay-Z.
Right.
Right? Mm-hmm. A person to turn around and be like, you'll listen to the stories about the different things that transpired in Jay's life before he became a megastar as a rapper.
Right.
You're having a tough time picturing him depending on where you know him and how you know him or where your life looks like, right? So, like, for those who came up in certain environments, as he's saying the names of certain places,
right,
they can see it. They can visualize it a little bit differently because they spent time there. They were in the essence of it, right? To them, it's not an illusion.
Right.
It was a situation that actually took place. They just missed it. They weren't there for that.
Right.
But to some other people, because you know they say a lot of times about rappers, is that one of the greatest assets they have is they can sell you the illusion that everyone did everything that they're talking about.
Right.
So when you become that mystical and that good in that situation, it becomes a situation where people start to look at it like, now I got to separate fact from fiction.
So and it's funny you said, and it's good that you say that because what I'm about to go with is this. Mm-hmm. Last week we were talking about The hip hop beef between Drake and Kendrick Lamar. We'll get back to that, but that's not where I'm going. But if you pay attention to most hip hop beefs, at the time, when these people really didn't like each other, the music was even better.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
50 and Ja. You see what I'm saying? All right. Hell, 50 in the Game.
Yep.
Kiss and Beans.
Yep.
Because they didn't hate each other. Kiss and Beans didn't hate each other. They was just so dope as MCs. But they always hear it. It gets a couple times it could have got there. Because at that time, they really didn't like each other. Even Nas and Jay-Z. They say that Nas and Jay-Z stuff really started over like a situation because of the situation with E-Money Bags. That's what the rumor has always been. Only New Yorkers and people around that really know. You know what I mean? Because Nas used to always explain that I used to shout them out in my album cover. Before, you get what I'm saying? And Jay was definitely listening to Nas because presidents to represent me. It sampled his voice. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And tried to, but they really just, it was something that triggers that when they don't like each other.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's why in this situation, even when you look at Kendrick and I said this a month and a half ago, these two really don't like each other, right? And I think outside of him, the one is really the Rick Ross situation because they went wrong somewhere. I think Future, he's done too, but it's like I'm not giving this nigga no energy. I don't give him some energy for what? I'm Future. I understand he needed me.
I feel
we're two different type of rappers, but he needed me. That's how Future see it. Right. Even though Drake is a higher selling artist, Future's like, I'm not hurting for no money, so I'm not about to argue with this dude.
No, of course. I feel the same way about the situation like how Cam and Mace feel about the situation about Jay Prince. You're 60 years old. I feel the same way about them when it comes to the rap beefs.
Me too.
You're too good. You're too seasoned. You're too known for other things to allow this to do it. People, let me tell you, and I said it before and I'm going to say it again, people mask the situation and say that the culture, they're doing it for the culture. Well, my opinion, when I look at the illusion of what's being sold, I don't think it promotes good things in the culture.
Right.
You know, your ability to rap and talk about me because you pissed off at me is not a skill set.
But
it's not.
But you hit it on the nail what it really is about. You just said it. It's not the culture. It sells.
Right.
And that's what it is.
Right.
It sells because if I'm a rapper and you're a rapper, and we not big and nobody really knows, and we live in the same city, and we really have an issue with each other, we not about to meet and rap.
That's what I'm saying.
No, seriously though, we gonna fucking fight.
I know you're serious, but what I'm saying is,
but they only do it because it makes money. But me and you are artists, so if you're not really meaning it for the culture, don't do it. But at the same time, it is still for the culture because the culture started from battling. You see what I'm saying?
Okay,
it started from that. But I get you. But these people really just don't like.
Yeah, I mean,
it's okay because they're human.
Yeah, I mean, my thing with the Jay Prince thing, once again, I'm reverting back to it because.
Oh, you going back to that now? Yeah, I'm with you there.
Well, even the situation, like I said, between the two situations, period.
Yeah.
I just think that you outgrow certain things.
You should.
That only, to me, this only works based on when you're this good. Yeah. You're this good, right? And we said this before, just in reference to the whole situation with Drake and Kendrick, and it seems like it's being dragged super long, but.
Right.
You know, pause.
Right.
But the reality of it is when you're at that level, you can only engage with people at that level.
Right.
Right? So, like, if Drake would have picked on anyone that was at another level, I don't want to call a name because I don't want to make them, feel like they're at that level. It would be a different situation. It would be like somebody's picking on him.
Yeah.
Well, he's picking as a bully, but when you look up and you see people at the next level or that level that's equivalent to you,
right?
Well, now it's entertainment, now it's cultural, now it's part of the history and all of that. My only thing with all of that stuff, even like I said with this situation with Jay Prince, at some point, you got to stop selling the illusion.
So I'll give it to you, right? The actual illusion won't stop. Because like we sitting here and we're not saying that this is what it's all based upon, but age, right? Mm-hmm. At a certain age, you shouldn't act a certain way.
I agree.
So it always resets.
Regardless of rap or in regular everyday life.
Exactly. You should have a full level of some maturity, man. And like we're saying. But remember I said this about 3 episodes ago. I said they're always trying to create an illusion. Mm-hmm. Inside of hip hop or in music that they feel like feud has to sell. I said they did it with Mike and Prince. But they really saying that they didn't like each other through creative type things. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But who really knows? Because we weren't around. Okay? Then I told you they tried to do it. They tried to do it with Kanye and Jay. And that's why Mike said, don't try to Mike and Prince me and Ye. Right? Mm-hmm. Then they did it instead, because that didn't happen. It happened, really, really happened with Drake and Kendrick. Right? Okay. And the reference was made again. Michael Jackson and Prince. They've been looking. That was a natural artistic battle. Okay. With Mike and Prince. Right. I think if they weren't entertainers, in my opinion, if they weren't entertainers and they just knew each other regularly, they would get along. Right?
I even think when Mike and Prince did it, because maybe it's the genre of music.
Right.
But it was different.
It was different. It was much different.
Because the music we're talking about with rap is associated so heavily with negativity and poverty. Right. Dog eat dog mentality. Right. You change into certain other types of rap. Then it went to drill rap. Now that's about smoking on this person and doing this, that, and the third. Right. So it already carries enough of a negative connotation.
So it doesn't need it. It's what we're saying. Right.
And then when you're greats,
right?
When your elitists are doing it, this is the equivalent of the Jay Prince thing in my situation.
Right, but the thing is, when the elitists do it, it's cool. It's to me, if it's music, it's cool for the culture. But I think, again, the market of music, it's not actually a coincidence, bruh, that it's always referred back to Prince and Mike. So I think the music business keeps saying, let's keep trying to create this dynamic. Because it's an illusion.
Well, not only that, but you got to use greats to be able to create it. You can't do it with mediocrity. You have to do it with legends. You have to do it with great people.
Even in hip-hop, right?
Right.
It's not needed no more because we have a league.
Right.
So step into the arena. Yeah. Everybody that's battling each other in these, they're done after that, and they gonna have a drink.
You know what's crazy? Because I give them a lot of credit.
Me with that line.
And I think this from 1,000%. But think this, that we talked about this before on the show. It's often being viewed as, mainstream as far as rap artists and stuff like that are the NBA.
Right.
And battle rappers always kind of get the
G
League kind of example, right, or reference, so to speak.
Yeah.
When the reality of it is although they're both rap, they're different.
Yeah.
And so why can't they be the NBA of that particular situation?
Right.
My thing is you got to use big names to be able to draw the attention, like you're saying.
Yeah.
And to give you a blueprint of what level this is at. You can only do it when the people that you're referring to are the equivalent possibly of those people in that particular thing. My thing is in our culture, right?
Right.
Like, give me an example of it in rock. You're probably going to have a hard time figuring it out.
Right.
Give me another one in jazz. Different situation.
Right.
And the reason why I use rock or heavy metal is because those particular situations, right? There's a that's a little bit different about those things. Yet, in the rap situation, it's often that our greatest, at some point or another, have to bump heads.
That's why it's respected. Certain battles, they always refer to certain battles when they talk about hip-hop battles and that had songs and music. They always refer back to Kiss and Beans, right?
Yeah.
You know why? Because they weren't the elitists, but it was really music.
And you know why? This is the real reason.
That you get what I'm saying? Like, that was it.
I get you. I think this is the part everybody misses.
Right.
Or that most people miss. I'm not going to say you because you may have caught it.
Right.
Part that most people miss is they don't care who the people are.
Right.
They plug and play.
That's what I'm saying.
So what it is every now and then, it's been long enough on the clock.
Yeah.
We need one.
Yeah.
And they put it in.
That's it.
And
That's
people
what I'm
subscribe.
saying. Yeah.
And then people go into those situations and they buy into it.
Right.
They only do it in that genre.
Right.
They only do it in that particular thing.
In rap, yeah.
And so my thing to people, like we was talking about with the situation when it started, the whole illusion, we're dealing with the situation with Jay Prince.
Yeah.
At 60.
Yeah.
At 60.
You still buying into the shit.
What we doing?
Right.
And then to sound off, to protect the young brother, because his feelings was hurt because two podcasters, good brothers, Cam and Mace, shared their opinion.
Mm-hmm.
And you feel as though you need to come to his defense because they share their opinion.
Right.
What does that really look like?
Right.
It's time to grow up, man.
Yeah.
That's the illusion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got some questions?
So let's do that. Let's do some questions, man. Let's do some questions. We're gonna do some whatever we're gonna do.
This is another episode of We're Gonna Do Some whatever you want to do.
Yeah, this or that.
This is some this or that's right here by my brother P Original. He's gonna ask me a this and a that, and I'll be able to give you a that or a this. Let's get started with this shit.
Like he said, each and every week, man, you know, ask him a series of questions and he's gonna give me his answer. Feel free if you're watching this live, even if you're watching the replay of it, to leave your answers and responses in the comment section below. All right, E.
Mm-hmm.
You got to be one of them. A social butterfly or a lone wolf?
Social butterfly. Well, I'm both. I know you said I got to be one of them.
Yeah. I know this is like each season. No
I'm
matter
going to
what
say
it is.
social butterfly.
There you go.
I said social butterfly, but
Yes,
I'm telling you why that I'm both, right? I'm both because when I'm in the social scene, I move around, bounce around the room, pulse, sort of like a butterfly. I'm everywhere, social butterfly, right? But when that event's over, I'm a lone wolf. I get in the car by myself.
Yeah, I mean, I think everybody's gonna wind up being it. But
no, because some people, they move in a group all the time. It's always them. They ride by. They got the music blast and they start like, "Yo, what's up?" Now, once I get in the car, I'm gone.
That's true.
Yeah, that's
but
what I mean.
in that situation, like we talking about, social butterfly, generally speaking, like you said, if you go to some place, you can go solo. It's fine. And when you get there, you're gonna be social.
Right.
You know what I mean? You can go there with somebody. You know what I mean? My wife sent me a little message, little messenger thing in the video. The lady was like trying. She was like telling her husband, "Yo, you know, when we go someplace, if I tell you I'm starting to get a little tired, that means we got about 30 minutes. I'm ready to go."
Yeah.
And then if I send you a text message, you know what I mean? You listen to the text. The text message say, "You know, baby, I'm about ready to get ready to roll. You know, what are you supposed to say?" And basically, what she basically saying, you seen it, right?
Yeah.
So in so many words, she was like basically like, you know, when I'm ready to roll, or
it's over.
You know, it's just that in the third. And my only response when I seen it, just stay home, babe.
Yeah.
Because if I feel like being social and I don't feel like leaving yet, you know, you can't, no more than I can drag you out to come. Why you got to drag me out to leave?
Right. Yeah, it is.
So in the same situation, social butterfly, do I have the ability to be a lone wolf if need be? But I'm more of a social person.
I'm a social butterfly, yeah.
So that's,
but like I said, lone wolf kicks in with me like when it's home time, it's time. You know what I mean? Yeah. I noticed that with myself.
Absolutely. Absolutely. City marathon, if you was a runner, city marathon or trail runner.
Oh, I would have to go with that city marathon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know why.
Yeah. What the
I know why. Let's be honest. I know why. You might run into a badger. Out there in the trail.
Nah, because I was on the trail recently. I wasn't worried about no badgers.
What was you worried about?
Because I'm going to run better on the trail, honestly, because if I see a badger, I'm the fuck out of there. You know what I mean? Nah, city marathon, because I think whenever I used to see people do the bike rides through the city or the run through the city,
right,
and a person starts saying, "That's right, guy," you get that different motivation.
That's right.
You know, one of my love languages, because everybody has a primary.
Yes. Yep.
Secondary. My primary, mine's every time I take the quiz, they fluctuate, but it's always between these two.
Mm-hmm.
It's either physical touch, or words of affirmation.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm doing something that I know is positive and I get affirming words,
right.
Even when I'm walking through and everybody like, yo, and I ain't even asking it, like, yo, man, I really like the podcast, man.
Okay.
That's giving me affirmation of affirming, like, you're doing what you're doing, confirming of you're doing what you're supposed to be doing.
Okay.
So that's why I say running through the city, you would get more. Yep, keep going, guys. Yeah, look at y'all trim on.
Yeah.
And that trail, may not be nobody back there.
Yeah.
But the badger ready to fight. You know what I mean? So
I'm gonna go with the city too.
yeah.
I'm just gonna go with the city because, like you said, man, if I gotta go ahead and, you out there on the trail, you get hurt, anything can happen. You pull a hamstring, hurt yourself, anything. City, depending on which one though. They might walk right past you in the city too. So I don't know. But I'm gonna say the city. All right, fishing or hunting, man.
Fishing or hunting? Go fishing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't. I've always had that mentality of really, if you're using a gun, you're using it. You know what I mean?
That's yeah.
I mean, you was using it when you're hunting. I get where you going. No, but I'd rather sit still and fish. Throw, you know what I mean? Throw string out.
I don't want to go hunting, man.
Huh?
I think I hunt.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Only because, we did a lot of fishing coming up.
Yeah,
I ain't doing that.
But I don't trust it because you see what Cheney did back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I think that.
But you just want to deal with a different experience.
Yeah,
I think I would.
I
think I would enjoy hunting because I used to like playing laser tag.
Right.
So it's like the same. I wouldn't not hunting people. There you go.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean?
A hunting requires a different set of skills.
Yeah. I just got too much. I just hate with certain movies and people go out hunting and the wrong people get the wrong thing get shot. You know
what I mean? Shot? What are you talking
people?
Oh, I'm like, what else gets shot? You said the wrong thing gets shot.
You try to set me up for the whistle. You something else.
I don't want to set you up for
That's
the one thing about you. You ain't got to get set up for it.
Yeah.
The minute that you was born listening for the whistle.
Nah, that's okay.
It doesn't matter. I don't got to do it.
Yeah.
Yoga or weightlifting, man.
I'm about to get into yoga.
Yes, sir. Yeah. What's going to be your favorite position?
Come on, man. I don't even know what the yoga positions is called, man. I'm just trying, become a little bit more flexible so when I lift weights.
Right. I think before you start jumping into stuff like yoga, you should find out some of the position names and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because I would hate for you to go and be learning how to do yoga and they line you up. And they say something to you like, get in the doggy upward.
It's called the downward dog. Yeah. That's what it's called. I knew that's what you wanted. Yeah. Anything. Hold on, y'all. Pause. Anything for him to be able to blow the whistle. That's all he wants to do. You see him? That's what he's doing. That's what he's doing.
This guy out of here, man.
You know what I mean? He got a whistle. Wait till next week, bitch. I got something for you.
Yeah, I'm going to wet it.
Yeah.
Pause.
Yeah. Pause. Wetting whistles and shit out here.
Mm-hmm. All right. Let's do this. While walking, we're both walkers.
Yep.
Are you more of a music or a podcast person?
Sometimes I'm a music. Sometimes I'm a nothinger.
Music.
All right. Now, no, that's not easy. It's not easy for me, bro. I'm gonna tell you why.
I understand.
I'm gonna tell you why it's not easy for me because, sometimes this ain't got nothing to do with nothing, but I'm a phone conversation person. I'll be on the phone with you.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yep. Vice versa.
Because,
same thing. Yep.
Where people don't understand with us, especially with us, as we came up and, the nations of the gods and the earths was everywhere, the NGE was everywhere, right? 5% and all that. They always spoke on building.
Word.
Right?
Absolutely.
So, just sitting back and watching and learning, coming up as a little kid hearing it, I just equated things. So I looked at it as when they get together, their conversations are building, but every conversation ain't building. But at the time, just them talking, I felt like they was building because the peace guy was not, all that. And then they keep going. But we're not part of the NGE. But when we're on the phone, we're building every conversation.
Absolutely.
Some conversations I'm just having with people, I'm laughing and joking, and not saying that we're not creating moments because we're still building something. But me and you are always trying to build, like running off and the Porch podcast is the foundation. But so that's what I typically do when I walk. If I'm not talking to you, talking to shout out to Ron Ski, you know what I mean? I'm talking to him. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's how I be. But truthfully, out of the two, it's the mood I'm in. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
If I'm listening to music, I'm using this time to listen to newer music to keep up with the newer music.
Right.
You know, I don't take a walk. I don't use a walk as full-blown workout music.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, if I'm listening to music, if I'm not on the phone, listen. So I would say podcast more, but there's most people I'm telling people it's not. And I don't be listening to the Porch. You know what I mean? I really be listening to these financial podcasts sometimes, or a music podcast, or whatever mine. So I'm gonna say podcast because it covers, like we were saying earlier. You have a podcast for everything.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
You know
So on your way to work, we'll probably make this the last one. You got to take one of them to work with you. Okay.
Get my cup ready because this is about to be some bullshit.
Yeah. Got to take one to work with you. First day on the job. Ninja or a pirate? You got to take one with you.
First day.
First day.
And then after that, I don't need them no more. They watch it from a distance. They're not coming to work for me.
It all depends.
Yeah, day one, I got to take Ninja.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he going to move stuff like.
Yeah.
That pirate, bitch, he going to let you know I'm here. That's what he going to do. And I know y'all probably thought I was going to say pirate because I'm a Bucks fan.
That ain't why I thought you was going to say pirate.
Why?
I just did like that because of the that you did. You like people around you like that. Matter of fact, you probably got one or two homeboys.
I started to learn later in life that that pirates were base heads. They did blow. I'm telling you.
throw two flags. Get him out of here.
Thank you for tuning in to This or That. And we want to make sure that you're right back to the show. Listen, y'all, we want to thank y'all, man, for tuning in to episode 176. Which that illusion is right there on the screen one more time. On a special Tuesday, we let y'all know next week we'll be back again on a Tuesday, so tune in.
Absolutely.
Around the same time, same thing as what we do. You know what I mean? You can catch us and hear us on all your favorite podcasting streaming sites. That's like Audible, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Stitcher.
Yep.
Apple Music, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts,
Amazon Music. Like
Amazon, we said it. So anywhere you hear your podcast and you'll catch us. And tell them where they can see us at.
Each and every week, unless it changes on a regular basis, usually Monday nights right around 8:30, unless it's going to be shifted, and we'll give you advance notice of that. Like he said, next week, look out for us once again, same time on Tuesday, same day.
Yeah.
You can follow the show or see the show, the following day.
Right.
At 7 p.m. on our YouTube channel, at The Porch Podcast on YouTube. If you have not done so already, please hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell, too, so you can be notified of anything that we drop on the channel. You know what I mean? And that way you can keep up with everything that's going on. Trying to think.
Keep thinking.
I think that is it for that. For next week, I just wanted to close out with this, though.
Go ahead.
In life. We got enough real life stuff going on.
Right.
Illusions can be fun. They can be interesting. They can be entertaining.
Right.
But do not allow an illusion to cloud your judgment and prevent you from seeing the real things that you need to be focused on. That's just my perspective, just my opinion about the situation. Once again, regardless of wherever you are, try to make sure you pay attention to your local government. Pay attention to those names. Find those names out.
Absolutely.
So you can understand who to vote for there. People who literally go to the same stores as you, travel the same roads as you, and all those other things. Make sure you know those people's name. And, you know, we may laugh and make jokes about other people, but before you can get there, understand that. And the other thing, last but certainly not least, before we get out of here, if you haven't done so already, it's time to grow up.
Right.
It's time to grow up. All right, family, looking forward to seeing y'all next week. See y'all on Tuesday. Y'all be good, y'all.
Yep.
Peace.
Peace.
Who on the porch? Let's go.